Hey y'all, how was everybody's Saturday? It was so good. It was so good. This is the best Saturday I've had in a very long time. It was just so much fun. We went out and got Zorro, our horse. We had to go to the supply store because he needed a bucket for his hay. And then we had to get him some feed. And then we went out there and put the hay in his bucket because I hate him eating off the ground. That's how they get problems. I know a lot of people are kind of like whatever with that, but with him being an older horse, I don't want any problems. So I put his stuff off the ground. Um, anyway, and so I took him, he stays in a stall and he gets let out every now and then, every other day or so. But I wanted to really help him stretch his legs. So I just walked him over to the arena where we ride and stuff like that. And there was nobody else in there right then. And I took him over there, let him in, walked him around just for a little bit. And then I took the lead rope off of him. And I said, okay, have fun. I figured he would run around. The barrels were still up from barrel racing, and I figured he would just go haywire. No, he went over to the nearest patch of grass and started to eat along the fence line. He is rotten. If there is something to eat, you will find him there eating it. Instead of running and playing and enjoy the sun, he decided he wanted to eat along the fence line. And again, he made his greatest move of standing in the middle of the arena and then went to waller on his back. I should have taken video. I just was so much in that moment that I just didn't care to make a video. I just wanted to spend time with my husband and our horse, and friends were there with their horse, and we get to keep them at the church, which is fantastic. So anyway, yeah, it was such a good day, such a good day. And we went to eat lunch, and then we went to Walmart. Then yesterday, let me talk about yesterday real quick. Yesterday, I went to Hobby Lobby, which was like, ugh, but I had a customer pay, and I was like, well, I need to go to Hobby Lobby to pick up their yarn for it. Let me tell you, I can't remember the last time I had a customer that went above and beyond. I don't have words how to explain this. That truly was going to pay what I'm worth. Does that make sense? She wanted a sweater. The spiral sweater I've done, swirl, spiral, whatever you want to call it, that green and black one. She wanted a red and black one like that. And I said, what's your budget? Because I always ask that because I tried my very hardest to work in a budget. She blew my mind when she said like $300. $300 for a sweater. And I said, well, she goes, I know how much work these go into, and I appreciate your art. And she goes, I just wanted to show you how much I appreciate it. I said, that's fine and dandy. My mind is blown, but morally, I can't charge you that much for a sweater. I just can't. I can't. So I came down off of that. I still charged her for what I was worth, but there's no way I can let somebody pay that much. Nope. And my husband works with her, so she's a real sweetheart, and it blew my mind, and it just shows that some people see that and do appreciate what we're doing out here. And I've had other people that do that, but this one, I haven't had this happen in a long time, a very long time. And it's just nice. It's really nice. So anyway, I also got a wooden star like the green one. I did a blue one. Now, I love the blue one, but the pictures and everything do not do it justice. Once you see the blue one, hang on to your hats. Look at that blue one. the sparkle. Oh, let me see if I can get you closer. I love doing those. If I could get paid for that, yeah, I would be doing those. But come on now. All right, so Hobby Lobby, Christmas 50% off. Get your debit cards or your partner's debit card and waddle real fast because you've got to get to Hobby Lobby. Christmas is 50% off, including Christmas crafts. Now, why do I say that? Because I'm fixing to show you. First, let me show you what I needed. I hate having to glue stick my background pages. So I got a glue runner with the refill. These are 2 refills. So now I can do all the backgrounds. That was not on sale. But look. 50% off, okay? 50% off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all the gel pens. All the gel pens. 50 of these bad boys. $15.99. 50% off that. Let me turn it around so you can see all its glory. Yes, yes. Now you're thinking, Sunshine, why do you need 50 gel pens? First of all, why not? Because I want to use them to color with. I have such trouble trying to figure out the color thing. I find that coloring should be fairly straightforward and simple, but I get discouraged because I can't do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like you see everybody do these beautiful pages with all these markers and stuff. Okay, that's fine. I've tried markers and I've tried colored pencils. And so I don't know. I just feel like it's not good enough. But it is because it's my coloring book, and why the heck should I care? But I wanted to try gel pens. But mind you, gel pens are expensive. They're super expensive. And I was going to settle for a little 5-piece pack over there in the art supplies. I went over to Christmas, y'all. I think everybody looked at me when I squealed, because I squealed like a little pig. And I found these guys. Tell me that doesn't make you happy. Let me read this to you really quick. Where's my glasses? It comes with 50 gel pens, 10 classic, boring, 10 glitter, 10 metallic, 10 neon, and 10 pastel. So I figured that would work. This would work. I want to try it. And at the price I paid, I figured why not try it? So yeah. But all the Christmas craft stuff, and some of it, y'all, is not really Christmassy, but they have it 50% off. So waddle real fast over there and check it out. They had a complete aisle, both sides of the aisle of Grinch Christmas stuff. Mr. Sunshine loves the Grinch. I mean, he is a die-hard Grinch fan. He picked up stuff at Walmart today to decorate his office in Grinch. I think year-round. He loves it. And with us getting an adult tree this year, I think we're going to try to do a Grinch tree. And I think I'm going to try to crochet him a Grinch beanie. I just don't know exactly what color to use for Grinch. I don't want to use like a neon. Is it a neon greenish? I don't know the color. I don't know what color I have to look into that. But yeah. Yeah, he wants a beanie of that. We went into TJ Maxx today, okay? For the very first time. I've never been in a TJ Maxx. Because somebody said it was affordable, cute little stuff. I love the stuff in there. The clothes are, for big girls, is non-existent. They have everything, but it ain't affordable. I'm telling you that right now. I found 2 purses that I fell in love with, but they were $60 purses. Who's gonna pay $60 for a purse? I'll just wait to find another one at Goodwill. There's jewelry. No, the jewelry was very affordable. It was sterling silver from Italy, and it was $16. And I wanted a bracelet, but I've got a big old wrist. I've got a very big wrist, like 8.5 inches wrist. So that was not going to be a no-go. But they had BioSilk. If you've never tried BioSilk, your hair would not look like this. It would look so beautiful, like commercial hair. I kid you not. Every time I had a chance to buy a BioSilk, when I was back home in Wichita Falls, I did. My mom still had her hairdresser license and can go into McCall's and get BioSilk. Well, they have BioSilk there on the store shelves. I don't know how they got a hold of it or where that came from, but they have their BioSilk, and I fell in love. So hopefully in a future payday, I can go back and get it. They have some really good stuff, like the puzzles. I just finished a puzzle, and Mr. Sunshine's like, hey, maybe I want to do a puzzle. And I said, you know what? Ollie's right now has the puzzle blowout. $4.99 for puzzles. That's where I got mine. So maybe we're going to go there tomorrow. I don't know. But tonight at Walmart, I found this jewel. And I'm going to try to do some coloring. I think my biggest issue is a lot of the coloring books, the lines are so damn small. These look like it's possible to actually color in. Do you know what I'm talking about? The lines that are just, look at this, right? Let me do a quick flip through. I'm thirsty and I'm hot and I just want to go sit down. But you know what I'm saying? You know the ones where the lines are just ridiculously small? Yeah, who's going to be able to color in that? So I'm definitely going to need a page in between. But they're perforated, so I can, if I do a really good one, then I can pull it out and frame it. Filled with 72 images. Wow. So, yes. And then one more thing I want to show you. I'm working also on a crochet Christmas request. It's going to be gingerbread house theme. And these are the granny squares. I have not crocheted. There's actual gingerbread houses that go on this thing. But here's the granny square. Isn't that precious? Isn't that precious? Yeah. So, yeah, there's just so much goodness happening right now. And I told my husband, I said, some days I wake up and I pinch myself because I'm like, this is too good to be true. I mean, God has really, really, really blessed us. And y'all, I don't say this to brag. I don't, because it's not bragging. I got to witness to multiple people at the stores this weekend, starting Friday, till this evening. And it makes me so happy. These are people, I'm not a people person. I I have a very little bubble, and I'm like, please don't touch me, don't look at me in public. And somehow, I'm going up to random strangers. You know, the one I witnessed to on Friday, she had the most beautiful tattoo sleeve. The most beautiful tattoo sleeve. We struck up a conversation. She is a domestic abuse survivor, just like I am. And we just talked. We sat in that aisle and talked. I squeezed a complete stranger, y'all. She squeezed me, I squeezed her back. It makes my heart so happy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if you have never done that, go outside, go out in public and try it. Not everybody's going to be receptive, but strike up a conversation. You know, the lady that I got to talk to at Hobby Lobby had the tiniest dog outfit. And I said, oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. And she goes, it's for my dog. And I said, no. She reached into her bag, got her phone. She goes, you want to see pictures? And I was like, yeah, I want to see pictures. I'm not turning down dog pictures. Oh my gosh, this thing is tiny. I mean, like 5 pounds tiny. And I said, I might dress up our horse in the Grinch stuff for our Christmas parade. She goes, you want to see it? I said, you want to see the horse? She goes, of course. So, you know, just random stuff that people can connect with. For me, tattoos are how I can do it the best. I appreciate very good art, and I'm always looking for a new tattoo artist. Now, you're thinking, Sunshine, how can you do this when you don't have no money? Well, the thing of it is, this one I traded with a crochet blanket. I kid you not. It's, let me see if I can lay you down. There you go. I traded a blanket for it. Y'all, if you're not bartering, the worst they can do is say no. Right? The worst they can do is say no. I've gotten cookies. I've gotten chicken enchiladas. I mean, I've gotten, and I think it's going to be a very good skill when the government, well, the government's already shutting down. It's happening, folks. We're not going to make it much longer in this world. I'm telling you that right now. We're not. And bartering is a great skill to know. Because we're going to have to make it on our own till God comes and gets us. You know, I don't understand what's going on because I don't watch a lot of the news. I pick up pieces of it from Mr. Sunshine, but we're at the longest shutdown the government has ever had. So if you have a skill, like I keep saying, make a little extra, because our bartering skills are going to have to come in handy. That's the only way we're going to survive around here, I think. You know, God knows what's going on, and we got to pay attention to his plan, because at the end of the day, he already knows what's happening. He's already wrote our book. He knows the last page. He knows when God's going to have him come back. He knows everything. So why are we not listening to him? Why are we not in that word, soaking up every piece of knowledge we can? Because at the end of the day, he's the only one we can rely on. He's the only one we can rely on. We can't rely on our own government, folks. We can't rely on the system. We can't rely. You know, we can't rely. And a lot of times we can't even rely on each other. He's the only one we're going to be able to rely on. He is the only one we rely on. I know it says to be hopeful. Well, not even hopeful. I want to be hopeful that our government will get it together. But y'all, I don't think they've had it together for thousands of years by now. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the last time that this government was on track. I don't remember that. But I don't remember a lot either. Memory loss is a heifer. It really is. But at the end of the day, just ask. Just say, hey, you want to trade? And a lot of times they may say yes, and a lot of times they may say no. And it's going to come in handy. It's going to come in handy, that barter system. I pray over this government. I pray over these people. I pray over y'all. It's so tough right now. It is so tough. Just rely on Him. Reach out to Him. Lift up your hands. I say, God, I need you. If you don't know God, get to know Him, because He is an amazing God. Absolutely amazing God. And I'm forever thankful for Him. Forever thankful. Because y'all watched my life the last 14 years. For y'all, people that have been with me for, I don't know why some of y'all are still following me. I really don't. I think it's like a bad train wreck you can't help but watch. And it's just now where I'm getting my life together. I'm 42 years old. And I'm just now getting my feet under myself. Have I got it all figured out? No, I don't. I really don't. But I know who does. And as long as I keep my eye on Him and keep in constant communication, I have no worries. I pray that people out there can see the change, how I went from Hot Mess Express to finally getting feet under me to where I'm like, okay, we're good. We got this. So I encourage you, if you don't know God, reach out and ask somebody about Him. You won't regret that decision. I know I haven't. I love y'all. And I hope y'all make it to church tomorrow. If not, find a live feed. Love y'all. Take care.